Get your fitty, bitch.
Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski.
You know what it is?
We are back. We are back. We are back. Y'all know what's going on. We here to drop another banger. You dig what I'm saying?
Tell them about it. Tell them about it.
Yeah, y'all know what's going on, man. It's your boy Nemo. I love y'all. I hope y'all love me. We here to spread the love. I ain't got the right hand man with me today. Sometimes we got to work separate. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. He here. He knows what's going on. He still down with it. I always keep him. But without further ado, we are here with a part 2 with that guy, Mr. Cigar,
You know what it
Mr. Aficionado, Mr. Puff Puff Don't Pass.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all know what's going on, man. Hey, Mr. Cigar, clap it up one time for the people. Let your mama them know, let granny them know. Yes, sir, ski.
You know what it is.
Go ahead. You can reintroduce yourself to the good folks.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Cigar, a.k.a. That Guy. Y'all know how I do. Smoking it up. Prestige, Premier, on fire. I got the Prestige in my hand. He has the Premier in his hand.
You dig?
We doing our thing. We in the Lighted Up Cigar Lounge. And we making it happen tonight, y'all.
Yes, sir, ski. Like he said, y'all see what's going on. See, when we did part 1, we was in the mobile trailer. You know what I'm saying? So we brought it to y'all like that. We was real cool, real cozy. This right here.
All this.
This is the lounge. The Lighted Up Cigar Lounge.
There you go.
What I'm saying?
Holla,
Make sure
holla.
you say it. It's like a pimp named Slickback. You got to say the whole thing.
There you go. Say it one more time.
Lighted Up Cigar
Lounge.
Lounge. You got to say the whole name.
That's right.
So, man, Pops, last time we was talking to you, you know what I'm saying, you had a few things in motion. Like, how did the process of all of the things you were working on from the first episode to now? Like,
Well, you know, everything, it was going smooth. Everything is still going smooth. You know, I still got the sticks. You know, I still got everything flowing. There's one thing that I want to let everybody know. When we shot the first episode, we did it in the trailer, like you said, the Light Up Cigar Lounge mobile trailer. I got rid of the old trailer, but I'm getting a new one. Mm-hmm. The new one is going to be much more lavish, you know. It's going to be more comfortable, much more comfortable, and it's going to be to everyone's liking. Believe that. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Okay, with the bigger and better.
Mm-hmm. It's always got to go up.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So, you know, the last time we talked to you, you was on the scene. You know what I'm saying? You was here and there with the cigars. Mm-hmm. You know, after a while, I seen you kind of, you know, just kind of step back and kind of enjoy the fruits. So, what's the typical day like for you now when it's time to smoke a cigar? Like,
well, typical, yeah, you know, as usual, you know, I come out here in the Lighted Up Cigar Lounge and I just have me a nice little drink. You know, always got to have a drink. You know, the drink goes with the cigars. You know what I'm saying? And fire up the cigar. Either I fire up a Premier or a Prestige, and I just sit back and relax like I always do. You know what I'm saying?
You've been moving too. You've been you know what I'm saying? You've been having cigars in different places.
Yeah, I've been moving all over the place. You know, I've been, of course, back home in South Carolina. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to my guy for Lux Cigar Lounge, Lux Mobile Cigar Lounge, also in Montgomery, South Carolina. And also, I've been, you know, doing a lot of my smoking for my other guys. I got to, you know, give them a shout out. The Churchills on Cherry, downtown Macon, my guy Bruce Riggins, and my guy Cedric Finch. You know, that's where y'all catch me at most of my times when I'm smoking. I'll be in the Churchill's Lounge. And I got to also give a shout out to my guy Anthony Howard for Serenity. Going there and we smoking there also. So I've been on the move. I've been to Florida. You know, I've been to North Carolina. Of course, like I said, South Carolina. and of course, you know, I've been in the A with y'all.
For sure.
So I've been making some moves this year right here. I'm gonna make some more moves. I'm gonna, move a little bit further with the Cigar Lounge, and up and down the coast and some out to the west.
Yeah. We're gonna get it there. Don't give them too much tea yet. Don't give them too much tea yet. We're gonna get it there. We're gonna get it there. So, one thing I wanted to talk about, part one, we kind of just didn't really get into it too much. You've been smoking cigars for a long time, so you've always met people that smoke cigars. But right now, and just to toot your own horn a little bit, you really like made the wave out here. But with the wave now, it's a whole lot more going on as far as cigars, social media, and just other stuff. So, what's it like going out, meeting people, having to smoke? You know what I'm saying? And just like, what is that lifestyle like now?
Man, it's been great. Just meeting a whole host of different people. Let me go back when I said Lux Cigar Lounge. Let me give out to my man Calvin Hollywood Jenkins. That's the owner of Lux Mobile Cigar Lounge and Lux Cigar Lounge. So I had to get that back. But yeah, meeting people like him, and my guys Bruce and Sid, and then meeting my man Cigar Mike. Got to give him. He's down in Atlanta. That's my guy. And a whole host of people that I've come to be friends with. I mean, I done met. I don't want to be no name droppers or anything like that, but I done met a lot of big people, stuff like that. When I'm in the A, I always hit up Fellowship, Cam Newton spot. I do that. Shout out to Cam and CJ. But it's just this wave with the cigars, man. I'm not even gonna call it a wave. I'm gonna call it the vast community of cigars. The cigar community. It's a big community, man. And just all the wonderful people, that I've met smoking and all that, man. It's just great. It's wonderful. You know what I'm saying?
So one thing we always talk about, because we always, joke about the experience we had. But for me, being introduced to cigars, by you and whatnot, found out a lot of women smoke cigars.
Let me tell you.
A lot of women smoke cigar and know what they doing.
Yes. And with that being said, when you meet women that smoke cigars, don't think just because you're meeting a woman that they don't know about their cigars. Because I'm going to tell you, women study, cigars,
differently.
Yes.
Or more fluently.
Thoroughly, yes. And they know their cigars. Yeah. And there's a lot of women that's in the cigar industry that has their own business, cigar lounges, mobile lounges, it's vast, with the women, and they're not shy, the women are not shy. They gonna do their thing.
They gonna let you know when you messing up.
Yeah, they'll call you out if you come up to them and you trying to talk cigars and you don't know what you're talking about.
Think you know what you're talking about.
Right. They'll put it on you. They'll let you know, hey, okay, you can go on, move it to the left, move it to the left.
So listen, good folks, I'm gonna put y'all down on a cool little story. So this was in the heat of, Pops really like jumping into his whole cigar thing. Like, he been doing it, he been smoking them, but like this is when we get into the heat of him like really pushing them. So he takes me out to Atlanta one time. We go to Cigar City. Go to Cigar City. And playing it cool. Now, a lot of times when you see people smoke cigars, y'all would think, they boss, they doing this, they doing that, they got this money, we came in there, 2 men just chilling. So after we, go to the humidor, go get our cigars,
right,
sit down, cut them, light them, get the drink that we want, sit down, and we chilling for a while. Me and Pops talking. It's 3 guys that walk in.
Tell them.
So 3 guys walk in there, and the way it's set up, like you got to come up with 2 little short flights of steps, and then the bar is in the middle, and then everything else is around it. So we're sitting off on the little couches on the side. So the 3 guys, they doing it. I'm not gonna cap to you.
They dressed to the
suits to the T.
Yes, sharp.
But I'm talking about that. I'm not finna take from them. They was out there looking sharp. Not gonna cap. So the first mistake they made was really not knowing what to do with the humidor. They were standing over there by the humidor for a minute, and the way we were sitting, we could see it without having to like really make it obvious. We could just see it. So they sitting there and they trying to figure out where they get the cigars from, and don't see this whole humidor behind them because they walked to the back where it was at just to turn around and face the bar. Now, second part is, of course, like I said, there's a lot more women that smoke. I mean, a lot of women that smoke cigars. So about a good 40% of that bar, no, I ain't gonna say 40, probably even more, 50, 60% is women at the bar.
Yes.
And they all smoking. So right before,
looking good.
Right before, you know, the guys make their next move, it's this one particular lady that I see. She talking to another dude who big popping about cigars. He old swole dude, jury, talking loud, ordering drinks and whatnot.
Bling bling.
He got the wrong end of the cigar in his mouth and trying to light the other end. So the lady done already had to correct him. So after she done got annoyed with him, he leaves. The three dudes come up. I guess she had, what, two friends?
Yes, she has a friend sitting with her, yeah.
So they walk over there, and I'm already immediately knowing that they don't know what to do with the cigars. They taking forever to light it. You know, you go buy a cigar, you finna chop it, cut it, especially if you socializing, everybody's smoking around you. That's what you're doing. They just sitting around, holding it, talking, putting it in your face. Then I guess the conversation switched to like, so how long y'all been smoking cigars? Immediately they start capping. Yeah. Immediately. Oh, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been and I'm for the people who do watch, I'm gonna put y'all up on the little game.
Put them on game.
I'm gonna put y'all up on the little game. The first two questions you gonna get, at least in my experience, the first one is, what's your favorite? They either gonna ask blend, flavor, or whatever. That's the first.
If you smoke full body, or you mild,
that's gonna be the first couple questions. The next couple questions, this is where you're gonna get stumped. What type of cut do you like?
Yeah,
you gotta have you'll have a clean cut, which is I don't know if you can see it in the front.
It's
in the little pouch on that little brown thing.
The guillotine.
It's a straight clean cut. You put your fingers in the two things and you chop it right there at the tip.
Right.
The next one is a V. So the V pretty much do the same thing.
Matter of fact, I can show them. If you can look in that right there. This is a V cut right here.
So you put the cigar. Now that's one of the handheld ones. So you put the cigar in and you pull the lever. When you pull the lever, it goes straight across it, makes a line cut right there in the middle, V cut.
And you got two sides. You got the deep V and you got the shallow V. And then when you were talking about earlier, the guillotine with the straight cut, you got this cut and then you got this cut. That's the guillotine.
And then the other one, because this one really is what stomp everybody, is the punch.
Yeah, the punch is
just
a little circle that
you put in there, type deal. Them gonna be the first couple questions you get. And that was the first couple questions she asked them. And they were stumped. We were like, okay, it was a live band. So the music was loud, but it wasn't too overbearing. And like I said, the bar is kind of in the middle. So we were on the outskirts of it. We're not that far from the bar. So it was like, swear, I heard her ask the question and he got
They kind of like looked at each other like deer in the headlight,
So they was, I feel like they was getting their lives together and they was doing it, but the more the questions came, the less. And then they were older women. These guys were like my age at the time. I was what, 25?
Yeah,
26.
About 25, 26.
So these guys was around my age, and these ladies, and they look good. I ain't taking nothing from them, but they was like what, 40 up?
Yeah,
and they was just hitting them with questions. And they was just sitting there. I already knew it. They done bounced them up out the spot. I done seen them try to go around to the other side, and the other lady was like, because I smoke cigars just as much as they do.
They were trying to maneuver their way around. After they got stumped, they tried to go somewhere else, thinking they could cap somewhere else.
Nope, it's not gonna work that way.
Nah.
Everybody heard that conversation, bucko.
Yep.
You ain't going nowhere with that one.
So the moral of the story is, if you smoke cigars, you want to learn how to smoke cigars, learn everything about it. Don't just go out there, grab a cigar, cut it, light it, and boom, that's it. That's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You got to know the ins and outs. You got to know this is the head, this is the foot. You got to know the filler, the binder, and the wrap. You got to know all that. because you're going to get asked those questions. And if you don't know those questions, and you're trying to go talk to one of these ladies and stuff, you're going to get your feelings hurt.
Let me say this. Now, if you don't know, but this is something that you either trying to get into or you've been, because I didn't know nothing about it, but I've been around it because Pop smokes cigars. Mm-hmm. If you don't know, you don't know. My moral of the story is just don't be capping out here.
Right.
Don't be lying. Like, they gon' because, you get around a few guys, you know what I'm saying? We might, he don't know what he talking about. He trying to flex, laugh about it, brush it off, get you on game. Women will do it too, but they're going to drag you along a little while. He don't know what he talking about. He over here trying. I know how I go. Y'all know how I go. Y'all know how I go. So just the cigar thing, though, don't get caught capping out here with the cigars.
Don't get your feelings hurt
at all,
because it's not funny. You better know what you're doing.
But women, and shout out to the women though, because women can always put their own little flavor on stuff.
Yeah, big shout out to women that smoke. I tell my son and I tell all of my friends who don't believe a lot of women that smoke, because guys I used to work with, they didn't think, you don't get no women to smoke cigars. A lot of women smoke, and to me, I tell my son, to me it's just sexy to see a woman smoking a cigar.
All right, now, Mr. Lake Hours, Keith Sweat. It's sexy when you smoke a cigar.
There you go. Talk to him.
Get your...
You got a sexy woman smoking a cigar, man. Stuff will make you feel some type of way. You know what I'm talking about?
This man is funny, bro. This man is funny.
You know how it is.
Hey, man. But nah, this how it go, though. You got your cigar. Got your little drink, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got to do a toast, man.
Get a little toast in there, you feel me? Yes, sir.
My son doing his big things with his podcast, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Just to jump off of the cigar thing for a while, we was talking about the last episode we just recorded. It ain't out yet, but by the time y'all see this, it'll probably be out.
Right.
But, we was talking about it. We had one of my homies, Reggie, on there from Austin. He has a podcast.
Okay.
He was saying that it's real therapeutic, and I was like, even though we be having topics sometimes, it still is. So I come over here, and what I was getting ready to say was like, a lot of time it get hard with this podcast stuff. I'm not one to really just care about the views, but the views be playing a big part, and it be like, dang, I feel like people ain't watching me. But learning from other entrepreneurs, and then of course Pops, you just got to do it.
Yeah, it's all about what you put into it. If it's something that you love to do, go into it hard. Do your thing. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. It's something that you want to do, that you want to put your all into, put it in it, and hey, you're gonna get the views because it's your passion. It's what you want to do. So the views are gonna come because you're gonna put your spin on it to make the views come. You know what I'm saying?
And what I done found out anyway is y'all be watching.
Yeah, they be
y'all
watching.
Be watching.
I'll be checking it out. I'll be checking it out, see how many people be watching.
But it'd be like people that I don't think watching, and I either see them somewhere or I catch them on social media. That'd be the first thing. Bro, you doing your thing? You be watching?
Yeah.
No, but you be watching.
That's just like let me with the cigars, right? So I was out somewhere. I can't remember where I was at, and I was getting out of my vehicle. Oh, I knew I was at. I was actually at Kroger, and I was getting out my truck, going into Kroger, and these two females coming towards me, and I'm going in. They're coming out, and they turned around and they said, "I know you." I'm like, "Oh, you do?" And the one girl was like, the one lady, I can say girl, the one lady was like, "You that cigar guy."
Not the cigar guy.
And she was like, "Yeah, that's Mr. Cigar. That's Mr. Cigar." So it's like, it's like people know me from doing my cigars. So what I'm trying to say is, you don't think people watching you, but they watching you. Yeah, they checking you out. They seeing what you're doing.
I see y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I see y'all in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all here. I just know y'all waiting for that story when I blow to be like, "Oh, I know that man, bro. You should be doing it." I know it's coming.
There it is.
I just be. Sometimes you gotta vent, let the folks know what's on your heart. You know what I'm saying?
have all kind of topics to let people know what's going on.
For sure. So, jumping into it, you know what I'm saying? You got a big event going on next weekend. Before we say what it is, like what the event is, it'll probably tie into it with your answer. What? So, what's the deal behind the event? What we bringing? What's happening?
Well, we have this big organization, you know. I mean, it's a private organization, but you can join it. You know, it's like a fraternity, sorority. You know, it's got men and women in it. And it's a big event that's coming here to Macon. And like you said, you know, with my answer, it's going to bring it out. We're bringing a chapter of GTG, the Good Time Gang, here to Macon, and I'm going to be the deputy mayor. And
hold on, say it again.
I'm going to be the deputy mayor.
One more time.
The deputy mayor of the Macon chapter.
There we go. Clap it up. Wait a minute. Let me clap it up.
There you go.
Let your mama them know.
Let everybody know, you know. And we're doing a meet and greet at one of the spots that I said to you earlier, Serenity. Shouts out to my man Anthony Howard again. And that's the meet and greet. That's going to be Friday the 19th. And then on Saturday, the 20th, we're going to be at Churchill's on Cherry. And that's going to be the big inception of me becoming the deputy mayor. So
that
guy is going to be the deputy mayor of the Macon chapter. We're bringing a chapter here to Macon. So everybody in the middle Georgia area, surrounding areas, y'all come out on the 19th and the 20th of this month. And you're going to have a fantabulous time.
Celebrate that guy.
We're going to be putting some smoke in the air. We're going to be drinking it up. We're going to be partying. We're going to be doing some of everything.
You ever been to any Macon Warner Robin party and Mr. Cigar on the flyer? I ain't going to cap to you. It's going to be a good time. You know
all the time.
It's going to be a good time. That man be putting on, you feel me?
I be trying to do a little something, you know. I do a little something.
So how does that feel though? You know, in a lot of entrepreneurships, you know, sometimes you got that person that say, this is what I'm going to do with it. They take it and that's what they do with it. And that's how they rock out. But a lot of times you have this plan for what you want to do with your cigar business. So with me knowing, you know, where you wanted to go with it, with this going to not a completely different direction, but from selling my cigars to people to now being in this position for an organization, how does that feel?
Man, I'm telling you, it feels great because it puts me out there even more for people to know who Mr. Cigar is and to know about my cigars, you know, because it's going to put on a different platform because I'm telling you, GTG is big.
Yeah, when we talked about it and we was looking it up, I was seeing all of the
GTG is a big international organization. I'm telling you, it's awesome. It's a great, you know, organization. You meet a lot of different people, a lot of great people, a lot of smokers, you know, and people that can give you information that you might not know about cigars. You know what I'm saying? So. Because it's a lot of, you know, big names that's in the cigar game that knows about GTG, you know, so it's going to elevate. I'm telling you, when it comes here to Macon, I'm going to say it again. When it comes here to Macon and Mr. Cigar, that guy is the deputy mayor. Oh, it's going to elevate. Watch out now.
He really being modest when I be telling him to pop his, you know what I'm saying? He really being modest because I understand that y'all been smoking cigars, y'all been doing it, but let me tell you something. Out here in Middle Georgia, 478, that man right there made it the wave. People was doing their thing, smoking their cigars in the backyard, in their garage, in the front yard, whatever, but nobody was really out publicly smoking cigars at places in Macon. He started it off where. Go ahead, and give us the journey where your landmark started. Cause
I started smoking cigars.
I'm talking about here.
When I first moved here in 2009. Mm-hmm. That's not when I first started smoking cigars. But that's when I brought it. When I started doing it here, and I used to do little events on the golf course on Robins Air Force Base where I used to work, and from that point on, people started, getting into knowing who I was, and knowing that I know about cigars. And then I went from doing the golf course parties or events and stuff, started moving into another friend of mine used to have a spot here called the Chocolate Room back in the day. Started doing events there. Then I started doing,
Chocolate Room was the move.
Yeah, it was.
Chocolate Room was lit.
It was slick move. Yeah.
But Chocolate Room, it was before its time.
Yeah, it was.
If it was not like how everything is up in Atlanta now, hookah lounges and it's everywhere. Like Chocolate Room was probably the first like popping one for real out here.
It was,
and they was doing it down here for real.
Shouts out to my guy Ira Collins.
Yeah,
but then I started doing events just around town. I'd set up shop, pop ups, all over different places and stuff like that. And from there, it started, bringing more people out that smoke. I mean, you started having be like, wow, I didn't know you smoke. Oh, wow, I didn't know you smoke. And then it's like everybody just started coming together, and then my guy Darren opened up Brookhaven. And
pause though, before that, Chocolate Room actually brought out a lot of my friends who I found out smoke.
Yes, because
I didn't know a lot of y'all around in this area smoke cigars. I mean, he had hookahs and stuff too, but he'll let people smoke cigars and stuff in there, and I caught a few of y'all, you know what I'm saying, at the bar, light up a cigar in a corner somewhere with your peoples, the cigar, Chocolate Room brought a lot of that out too.
Because a lot of people, like he said, of his age, wanted to learn about cigars also. And when they saw me out there doing the cigars, they was like, oh man, I want to try. So me and along with my son, because I taught him the ropes. So he would show them, while I'm, handling other business over here, he's showing them how to smoke, giving them, the whole ups and downs and the ins and outs about smoking cigars, And then from there, like I said, my guy Darren, he opened up a Brookhaven. And when that opened up, and I started setting up and doing different events out there.
Brought the city out.
That's when it just blew up. It blew up. I'm telling you. I'm not saying because of me it blew up, but I'm just saying, it got big. Everybody started coming out, hanging out at, Brookhaven, smoking cigars, asking me out. And I taught a lot of people how to, smoke cigars, how to select a cigar, how to pair a cigar, with different drinks, how to cut and everything like that. I gave a lot of people cigar etiquette. And believe me, when I say cigar etiquette, there's etiquette behind smoking this thing. You just don't grab your cigar, cut it up, pop it in your mouth and smoke it. Nah.
First thing first, you don't ass like this.
No, you don't treat a cigar like a cigarette.
You don't do that. You don't take it and flick it like that.
Nah.
Or you gotta take it and roll
the ash off.
I don't know if your eyes zoom in so y'all can see, but you gotta roll it off and it comes right off.
It comes right off. It's not like it's not a flick thing. It's a smooth way of ashing your cigars. You know what I'm saying?
And when I say it though, I ain't even trying to be funny, and I ain't even trying to step on no toes. But you brought the scene out here. When I say you did it. I mean, to be honest, you did. It's because we go out of town when we go out of town. Especially when as I started getting out of age when you was first doing this cigar stuff like. We go out of town, and if you hit they downtown, they got cigar shops. They got little cigar. Really, the ones that we've seen when I was coming up, you'll have it's a place to buy cigars, and they got probably like 6 or 7 chairs in there,
right,
and people can smoke. So you gotta understand that's what I'm seeing in other cities. Our downtown don't have nothing like that.
Right.
Really, it was the younger people scene. You know what I'm saying? They got all the 21 up clubs, couple 18 up clubs, bars here and there, but when nobody's smoking no cigars in there, you got people smoking blacks, cigarettes and stuff like that. But you don't have people smoking cigars. And over the span of really after COVID let up, and he opened up a Brookhaven, because like you said. On Warner Robins base, that was just strictly him. Mm-hmm. You was setting up on the little golf course, but on the little
gazebo
area.
Yeah.
And here and there, started off, we had probably 5 folks show up.
Right.
And then the next month, you'll have about 12.
Yeah, it
then the next month after that, we had that one big one.
Yeah.
It was like 20, because it's a small gazebo, so you can't have like 40 people out there.
Right,
but we had
right.
about a good 20-something out there at one point. Mm-hmm. So we packed it out. Once we packed that out, you know what I'm saying, that's when Chocolate Room opened up, so we was through there, and then they ended up closing down. But when Brookhaven got there, it was like, you at the tip of Cherry Street, and you got people sitting outside on the lawn chairs, the little stuff he set up. Even in the cold, he had his heaters out there.
Yeah, and downstairs in that patio.
Downstairs on the patio, people out there smoking cigars. You didn't really see that. Well, that place wasn't there before, but then when he opened it up, you park in the parking deck, you bend the corners, folks outside smoking cigars.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like
other people wondering, what are they doing? So they come over.
Smoking cigars.
They want to learn. So what's up with the cigars? What's up with the cigars? So start teaching people how to smoke.
Really, first it was really just on some. We sitting outside smoking cigars, and they're like, "Ooh, what is this place? What they doing here?"
Right,
sitting there like, "Come on in. We smoking cigars. We drinking. What you doing? Having a good time." And they was like, "Smoking cigars." It was like, "Yeah, I mean, you ain't got to smoke a cigar, but you can still go grab you a drink for a copper squat out here." And there was a few people like that because, of course, again, I seen the trend. After him just telling folks to come in, even if they wasn't smoking cigars, they'd go in there and get a drink, and then eventually you'll probably see that lady you seen 3 months ago,
right?
Not worrying about a cigar, don't want to have a cigar. She got one in her hand now.
Yep.
She's smoking one. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one of those, to be honest, and again, not being funny, but it's one of those things for your crowd.
Yeah.
The older crowd was coming, and they was finally finding the spot where people, black folks, was sitting back, kicking their feet up, smoking cigars and drinking.
Dress nice
Because he didn't let nobody come in there with tennis shoes. Mm-hmm. Like it was really a cool little spot. If you one of those people that like the vibe, you're my age and you like the vibe with the older folks, a cigar lounge is where it's at.
Oh, definitely.
It used to be a bar. You know what I'm saying? You catch the older crowd at the bars drinking, having a good time, but like a cigar lounge.
Oh man,
you'll definitely find
cigar lounge is fire.
Your vibe at the cigar.
Your vibe at a cigar lounge. I mean, you have great conversation. You know, I always tell people you can make a lot of great business deals, just like on a golf course, at a cigar lounge, smoking cigars.
But that's why everybody think you got to be a boss to smoke cigars.
And that's why when they get it, they talk, "I'm a boss. I'm a boss." You know what I'm saying?
That, you know, when people have their business deals, it's always the person smoking the cigar, whether he even smoking it or he just got it. Mm-hmm. He biting down on it. He got it in his hand.
You got some people, that's all they do. They'll just, I mean, I had a friend of mine, older white guy. That's all he bought. I mean, he bought bundles of cigars. He never smoked one. He just chewed on them.
Remember one of my teammates in high school, I was a senior when I met him. So bruh had to be like a sophomore. But brother dad was like 60.
Oh yeah. The man up the street from us.
Brother dad was like 60. And you know, all I'm accustomed to seeing people smoke cigars is actually cut it, light it, and smoke it. He used to drop us off at practice because, you know, during tour days.
Yeah.
The first ones you could probably drop me off in the morning because it's early.
Yeah.
But second time, you know, he come around, he pick me up, and we go to practice. And he always had a cigar in his hand and he never lit it. It wasn't until one day when I think his son was just too tired. He wanted to hop in the back seat and like lay down in the back seat going home. So I sat in the front. And he literally was sitting there just chewing on the cigar.
That's what a lot of people do.
I never knew that was the thing to do with cigars. I never knew that.
Matter of fact, to put y'all down on how I got into the cigar game. I think I might have explained it before, but I was young. I was in high school, you know, middle school up to high school, and my uncle and one of my cousins, we had this corner store that they used to hang out. You know, they're old retired guys. They ain't got, you know, they just chilling, you know. So every time I got off the school bus, my uncle would call me over. You know, come here, boy. And they just go in the store. Back then, you know, you can buy, young kids can go and buy cigarettes or whatever. So call me over, and back then, you know, cigars was only 50 cents back then. So they'd call me, Come over there. He reaching his little change. Hey, watch that. His little change pouch. Give me 50 cents. Tell me to go in there. And they should smoke them King Edwards back then. You know, they didn't have all the different type cigars back then.
Yeah.
So I'd go in there, get them this cigar, come back out. And you didn't have all the fancy cutters, V-cuts, and all that stuff back then.
Bite that.
They just bite it off. And they would sit there and, you know, before they lit it, they'd sit and chew on it for a while.
Yeah.
You know? So after they finish chewing on it, then they'll go ahead and they'll light it up. They'll smoke it for a while, you know? And then after a while, it go out, they sitting there having fun talking. This all they do right here. Sit in the corner of their mouth talking. You know? Just doing that. So, of course, me, I'm looking at them. Right, yeah, I'm looking at them like, man, that's just so cool. I said, when I get older, I'm going to do that. I'm going to smoke me a cigar. So, of course.
That man had aspirations to grow up and smoke a cigar.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so cool. You know, it was just so cool. So, when I got older, I was 20 years old. That's when I smoked my first cigar. And I just hate that I didn't get to smoke with them because they passed before, you know, I got to start smoking cigars.
Fair.
But, and this one guy, I was living in Kansas. You know, yeah, I was, before I started smoking a cigar, I should smoke Black and Miles. You know, thought I was doing it. Thought I was bad. You know, I'm the only fella around. All the young girls and stuff smoking, you know, Black and Miles. So this one cat, dude had to be about 6'5". Cat was big. You know, he wasn't no skinny 6'5". He was a big, solid dude. So he was standing off in the distance, and he just looking over at me. He's looking over at me. And I'm like, man, why is this dude looking at me? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I got some females around me, so I'm thinking, uh-oh.
I got one of his.
Must be one of his girls. And so I asked the female, I was like, yo, y'all know that guy over there? And they all was like, nah. So once they said no, then he starts walking towards me. Us. He starts walking towards me.
Lied to me.
So I'm like, look, all right now. Y'all saying y'all don't know this guy, but this guy walking over here now. Hey, I might be a little dude, but you know, I'm if I have to throw down,
I'm gonna put the pause.
I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. So he came over there, and peep what he said to me. Hey, little man. Why I gotta be little man? You know? Of course, he's a big guy. So he said, hey, little man, let me holler at you. So I go to him. I said, yo, what's up, man? He said, hey, you think you're doing something with that little, ain't no cigarette, ain't no cigar. You think you're doing something with that? I said, nah. I said, I'm just, you know, smoking.
Chilling, bro. I'm vibing.
I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. So he said, man, get rid of it. So I'm like, what? He's like, get rid of it. So I was like, I gave it to somebody. I gave it to one of the females. Like, so he was like, you say, hold up? Oh, you told me.
He was like, hold this, baby.
He was watching. So I gave it to one of the females. They held it. And he walked off. And he came back. When he came back, he had the cigars about this long. It was about a 60 gauge back then. Now I say about a 50, 56, you know. So, like I said, they didn't have little cutters and stuff back then, so he had a knife. And he cut the tip off, and he's sitting there lighting it. And he had matches back then. He was lighting it with the match and stuff like that.
How you looking at him at this time?
And I'm looking at him like, what is he doing? What is he doing?
But what you feeding me, bro?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm looking at him like, so.
What you lighting up over there?
My face was like, so what am I supposed to do with this? So after he finished lighting it, he's like, okay, pull on it. So I'm like, huh? He's like, just taking the pull on, like, you smoking your little whatever. He's like, pull on it. So I pulled on it, and he, got another match, and he started, doing the match round. So he's like, keep pulling. So I'm puffing. And he's looking at me. He's like, yeah, keep puffing. So I'm puffing and getting a good fire on it, right? And so I'm thinking to smoke it like I was smoking that Black and Mild.
Hit it like a black.
So I hit that mug. Got a good one. And I did it like the Black and Mild. I inhaled that mug. Needless to say, once I inhaled it, I was out.
That ain't no joke. Like, I know it's a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, smoke cigarettes, you smoke weed, you smoke blacks. Now you hit the hookah, got a vape. Do not hit a cigar like that.
No.
I messed around, and I knew the rule. I did it by accident. Sitting outside in the backyard.
Yep.
Man, I think I was getting ready to say something. I just pulled the cigar and I went to say something. And I inhaled the smoke and a little bit of the leaf.
Yeah.
Hit the back of my throat. and it was like instant. It don't play no games. You know, if you a weed smoker, you hit it, you get the little that cough. No,
No.
you hit the black. You know what I'm saying? You might call cigarette. No, as soon as that smoke went in, like I inhaled it, and then that leaf shot back there, it tried to jump out my chest.
This dude was sweating bullets.
I'd have flipped the chair over. I coughed so hard. Like I tried to. We was all kind of sitting in a circle, so I didn't want to cough in nobody's face. So I tried to cough over to the side, and that cough leaned me over the chair, boy. Flipped the chair, everything. I cussed in front of that man.
I was rolling.
I was so worried about cussing in front of him. I'm trying to apologize and still dying over here.
And the thing about it, I was telling him, take your time, because it was a full body cigar.
That was the big boy. I had I think that was a fat bottom.
That was a CEL 770, the big boy.
And like when we say full body, that means the darker the cigar, the darker the leaf.
Yeah, the strength of the cigar.
Strength of it. Mm-hmm. And that one was black. It wasn't black, but it was dark brown. Like that one is a dark brown, but it was darker.
It was darker than that. So now this is a full body also, but that was a heavy full body cigar.
Yeah, and it was bigger.
It was a 70 gauge. Like this is a 60 gauge right here. So that one was a little bit bigger.
I had my partners and my cousins, so I was trying to, I've been smoking cigars, but that was my biggest one I smoked. So I was trying to be cool while they was doing the beginner cigars, and
he was sweating bullets.
Boy,
yeah,
put that thing down for a minute.
And the thing about it, to get it out of you don't sit and drink water. You have to get a Coke.
Gave you some.
I gave him a Coke.
Out of them.
Yeah, cough it up or give him a Coke. Coke will, kind of break up he said he swallowed the leaf. It helped, break up the leaf in his body and stuff like that. And I just told him to stay standing, because if he sat back down, it wasn't going to come out,
And make you lightheaded.
Yeah. So, but that was his experience.
Everything comes with side effects, so don't let this scare you. The one thing to stop you now, the inhaling part, that's just on you. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to get over whatever you smoke first before a cigar. But the leaf thing, one thing that he taught it to me, and it's not something that everybody do, but I recommend it. After you cut it, just take your finger and kind of brush it off so it get all the extra leaf. Just do it as much as you can until you start seeing that ain't nothing falling off. Because of course, you go to pull it, first thing that's gonna touch it is your tongue,
right?
Type deal. And when your tongue touch it, get all that leaf on it, you're gonna be doing that, or you might swallow it and cough.
So now, since we're doing that, we're talking about it. Let me tell you how to smoke a cigar. Okay, once you get your cigar, let's get to the selecting of the cigar. If you're a beginner smoker, you never smoked a cigar before, first thing is you want to get something that's full body. You want to get something that's real light, something that's not going to last a long time. You want to get a little smaller cigar, a little smaller gauge, ring gauge. You don't want to get something that's real big. All right, and like I said, a milder cigar, a light leaf cigar. Okay, once you get it, and I always tell people, when you get it, you look at the band, you see what type of cigar it is. If you end up liking it, you want to keep your band, but okay, let's go before that. So you got your cigar. You get the cut you want, the V cut, straight cut, or punch. Once you cut it, and it's the, how you done brush it off and it's how you want it. All right, you start lighting it. Before you put it in your mouth and start, trying to pull on it, you toast it first. You get the lighter or your match and you toast it first. You get it so it catches, so that's what I'm going to toast.
For my weed smokers, it's the same situation. After you roll the blunt, you get ready to light it, you might, and puff it a couple times, but you always hit that move where you put it down here and light it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing.
So you're toasting it. Once you toast it, then that's when you get it and you start pulling on it. You're pulling on it and you got your match or your lighter, your torch or whatever, and you pulling on it. Okay, you get a good burn on it, a good red ring. Once you get that good red ring, then you just pull on it. You pull on it
a couple times,
so you can get the draw to come through the cigar, so you can get the flavor of the cigar. And that's the thing. Once you get the flavor of the cigar, you just hold it in your mouth for a few seconds, savor the flavor, then you blow it out. You don't inhale it. You just get it in like this right here. Blow it out. Everybody always asks, well, what's the use of smoking a cigar? Cigars relaxes you. Once you get the flavor in your mouth and you can taste the different, flavors like the hickory, the pepper, the coca leaf, cocoa leaf, or the chocolate, or anything like that. Because a lot of cigars have a lot of different blends in it. The tobacco has a lot of different blends in it. So once you get that, that's when you savor the flavor and you just blow it on out, and it just relaxes you. So everybody's like, well, so what's the use of smoking cigars? Once you start smoking it, you'll see what it is. But once you always start with something. If you never smoked before, start with something that's light, so you can, hey, well, this is real cool. I'm good with this. Don't get something that's going to be strong, because if you never smoked it before, you ain't going to never want to smoke a cigar again, because once it hits you and give you that, you're going to be like, I don't like this. But if you get something that's mild and you like it, then you can work your way up, to the medium body, the full body. You know what I'm saying?
My starter was what, the Romeo and
Julieta. Yeah. So he started out mild. And that's the thing. A lot of people be like, cigar this, cigar that. But nah, you just like alcohol. You ain't gonna, if you ain't never been a drinker before, you ain't gonna start off drinking the hard stuff.
And you ain't gonna take 5 shots to begin with.
You know what I'm saying? So you just take your time with it and you work your way up to it. And like I said, once you find you're liking the type of cigar you like, that's when you save that band. So when you go out, you go look for that cigar or something comparable to what you're smoking.
Hey, you see that smoke cloud?
You see that cloud? Yeah. So that's what you do. You don't go out there and just jump in. And that's what a lot of guys do. They think, like we were saying earlier, they think you got to be a boss. You got to go out there and get the biggest cigar, the most expensive cigar, and the most full body cigar. Nah. You go out there, that's how you're going to hurt yourself, and then you're going to turn away from cigars.
Get used to it first.
Right, get used to it.
If you're a person that like to be expensive, get used to it first. Mm-hmm. And then once you get used to it, you feel like that's your thing.
And don't think you have to go and get the most expensive cigar. You don't have to, And that's a part of cigar etiquette. Like in some places that you go to, a lot of people won't, think, oh, this person, they got this, expensive cigar. I got to go get me a expensive cigar also. No, what you do is cigar etiquette. You remove the band. So you take the band off. If you like it, you put it in your pocket, and everybody's on the same playing field. Nobody know what type of cigar you got. You know what type you got. Your homeboys might know what you got, but everybody's on the same playing field. So you wouldn't know if he's got an expensive cigar or whatever. Cigar etiquette. You just take it, you smoke it. Once you get it and you see that you like it, take the band off, put it in your pocket. I mean, you can keep the band on if you want. But, so people won't think, oh, he all that because he got this, he got that. You know what I'm saying?
And so, if I know what I'm doing, I don't care.
But
I don't care. Yeah, I got that cigar because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but cigar smoking, it's relaxing. I've been doing it since I was 20 years old, and I'm 56 now. So I've been smoking cigars for a long time. So I know all about cigars. If you have any questions, you ever want to know about it, holla at your boy, Mr. Cigar.
So we can give the people one question, because people go out, whether they smoking a cigar or not, they like to drink. Mm-hmm. So you was talking about it earlier. Give us some examples of what you compare. What you pair.
Okay.
Certain cigars with
now,
drinks.
Me, I'm a Scotch drinker. So since I've been smoking cigars for a long time, I pair my cigar with Scotch. I like Johnny Walker. I like Glenfiddich, Glenlivet. I like any Scotch you can think of. I love it. I smoke it.
I feel like
I drink it.
Dark liquor. Period. Go.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I know you can do other.
It's your palate. Yeah, it's just like if you're a bourbon, drinker, a good dark cigar will go good with it. Good full body cigar will go with it. But you got some people who drink the rum or the bourbon, and they'll smoke a mild cigar. Yeah. It's all about you can pair it with anything. It's just because what it does, the alcohol and the cigar, they help enhance each other.
They feed up each other. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll help the blend of the cigar, and it'll help the taste of the liquor. You know what I'm saying? So you can smoke it with a dark, you can smoke it with a light. It's a lot of people that have mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Mixed drinks go well with a flavored cigar. You have your fat bottom Bettys. You know, you have your acids, the blondies, or the Cuba Cuba. You have your Javas.
The one drink you surprised me with when you told me people do with cigars is coffee.
Yeah, you have people that's you get
I don't even like coffee.
A mild cigar, and you can smoke it while you're drinking coffee. A lot of people smoke it while drinking coffee. A lot of my friends get up in the morning, have their coffee, smoking a cigar.
Now the funny thing is, now I ain't gonna cap. People be talking about you a boss if you smoke cigars. I ain't even gonna lie. I know it's just tobacco in a bowl, but I feel like how Darren do it when he pull his pipe out.
Yeah, you might do that.
Now you pull the pipe out. I don't care what you do. You're a boss. You're a boss to me. I don't care. You put your stuff in a pipe and you get to smoking because it's just that. I know, like when you see older people smoke pipes, it's just regular little. And that's it. You got a real player that smoke pipes, bro. You sit back, lean back.
But peep this.
You know what I'm saying?
You got females that smoke pipes.
Yeah, I done seen it.
I got a couple of female friends that smoke pipes, man. My grandma used to smoke a pipe.
And I'm talking about the one with the curve in.
Yeah, you got,
and curve and come down and loop in. You hold it like this right here. You got to make the noise.
But check this out. You got some people that get that same pipe, put a cigar in it.
Really? Yeah. I ain't never seen it like that.
Yeah, they'll put the cigar in the holster.
That's tough. I might try that one time.
And you got some cigars that are made like that.
Really?
They're straight like this right here. And they have
curve?
Have a little pop up on it. Yeah.
Never seen it. I might have to try that one. That's smooth. I like that. I like that.
It's a lot of women do that. They'll get their cigar. Because, women, some of them don't like the...
Yeah, I was about to say, women, I mean, I know it's probably some things that's been around, but women really have taken the accessory part of it, like the cigar holder.
Pokers.
That like I've seen those bedazzled. I've seen good handle ones where you really can hold it comfortably.
And they got the tips that they bedazzle out and put tips on. I got a friend of mine. She makes them. She makes the bedazzled tips and the pokers.
I've seen one. It was on Instagram a little while ago. Like hers was a bracelet. It was a bracelet, and then it had the little string hanging from it, and it was the poker. And she had it like that.
Yep.
It was
it's a lot of different accessories that men and women use smoke. It's one guy. I was out in Atlanta last month at a friend of mine's Christmas party. The night I left, when I came to see you, and I went to the Christmas party. It was this guy. He had his cup, his cup that he was drinking out of, and it had a cigar holder on it.
Ooh.
So he can drink his drink. He can tip the cigar forward, drink his drink, and then he can smoke his cigar.
That's crazy.
So he's holding his cup, his glass, his cup, whatever, and he can smoke his cigar, and then he can tip it and then drink.
I mean, to be honest, even stuff like that, the handheld cutter, that's fine. Like, just imagine you got a cigar lounge in your house or a man cave or something like that, and you got one of them on. You go in the little area, grab you a cigar, cut it, and go sit down. That's all hard, right, bro. It's tough. Right,
I got this for a birthday gift. A friend of mine bought me for a birthday gift for my 56th birthday.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Now the other thing I want to get into, because you can't be Mr. Cigar without it.
What's that?
You know what I'm saying? People lounge around, they smoke their cigars at the house, like I said, the backyard, front yard. But you got a whole different vibe when you step out. You know what I'm saying? You got the pants, you got the shoes, you got the shirts, but one thing that you really be on top of is the hats, man. Go ahead and
the brim game.
Break down the brim game for us. Y'all can't see mine. It don't fit right with the seat for me.
Well, just put it on so they can see it.
I might get y'all.
Gonna get it. Here's the deal. It's like I used to wear brims a long time ago. I always liked to. I never wore the caps, the ball caps. I always wore
There we go,
hats.
Good people. There we go. We go. Y'all see me.
Check them out.
You feel me?
So I've always had a fedora, and it's like after I started getting more into fedoras, I started matching them with my outfits, and he can tell you Alex Trebek. This is for 2000. I have a plethora of brims, and my brims go with whatever outfit I put on. You know, and it's so crazy. If I was to walk out of the house right now and go to the store, people who know me for wearing the hat, wearing the brims, if they see me without it, they won't recognize me.
Nah, facts. It's like it's attached to you.
Yeah, if I go out, they be like,
"Who are you?"
I'm like, "It's me, you know, Mr. Cigar." And they're like, "Nah." Matter of fact, my guy. That's my signature.
His secret identity.
Yeah.
When he ain't got the hat on, you know what I'm saying? That's
I'm Ed then. I'm just Ed.
He Clark Kent then. When he ain't got the hat on. But when he step out, he's Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Got to have it. Got to have it. As a matter of fact, my guy Cigar Mike was doing a live one day, right? And we was all chiming in, and we was all talking, and he was talking. He was like, "I hear the voice of." You know, I used to go by Ed, Mr. Cigar Green, right? He said, I hear the voice of Ed, Mr. Cigar. I hear the voice of Mr. Cigar, but I don't see him. Where's he at?
I can hear him.
Yeah, he's like, I hear him, but I can't see him. And I'm like, yo, I'm right here. And he's like, nah, I don't see Mr. Cigar. So I was like, hold up a minute. I put my hat on and I came back. He's like, now that's Mr. Cigar. That's Mr. Cigar. But yeah, everybody knows me for my hat game. Well, you know, I got a plethora of brims. So when you see me out, I'm stepping out, you know, I'm doing my thing, got my drip on.
Then y'all have an event like called Brims and Sticks or something?
Yeah, it's called Brims and Cocktail.
Yeah. And shout out
to my guy, Eric Bronner. We should do this Brims and Cocktail. We're gonna be bringing it back soon.
That's he's gonna be right.
Yeah, he's gonna be bringing it back soon. You know, I set up my cigars. That's one of the things I should do, my pop-ups. You know, I should set up while he had the Brims and Cocktail, you know, events, stuff like that. But like I said, I put my outfit on, you know, put my fedora on, you know, and I just step out, you know, and he's always, every time I get, you know, dressed, and oh, look at that guy. He got, you know, and that's what I got from taking all the pictures and stuff, because
I got to flick him up every time.
Always, you know, take a picture of me, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just start doing. I started, you know, taking more pictures and stuff.
Got to flick him up every time.
He always
brother
did.
Be stepping. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on like the events and stuff like that. Like this is like we said, this is something you've been doing for a minute, but one of the more recent popping things that's been happening is y'all been rocking with the cigar week.
Yeah, we have a lot of, you know, different cigar events, you know, that we've been doing all across, you know, actually it's across the United States, from California, you know, from the West Coast to the East Coast.
So what is Cigar Week for? Is it like just an appreciation of cigars, or
and
bringing everybody together?
To bring for the appreciation of cigars, all the cigar smokers, and to, you know, bring everybody together. You know, so everybody, you know, you can meet different people from different states. You got people from out of the country. When I go on vacation, you know, you meet especially, and you go on cruises. I go on a cruise, you know, I go sit somewhere where you can smoke, and you got people coming up, you know, oh man, I want to, you know, I'm gonna sit and smoke with you. I'm gonna sit and smoke with you. People that you don't even know, but they smoke cigars. They come sit with you and they smoke, and you have great conversation.
And I ain't gonna cap the older crowd again. As long as you know what you're doing, or at least be upfront with you don't know what you're doing. A lot of older people really get surprised when younger folks smoke. Mm-hmm. When I went on that cruise to
y'all, where y'all go to? Y'all to
was it Bahamas?
Bahamas. Y'all went to Bahamas.
They had, you know, a little place where you could buy cigars and stuff at. It was in there with the alcohol and stuff like that. And I went in there and bought a cigar, and it was a younger person at the register, so he didn't really say too much, but the older guy kind of walks around and he was like, "You buying a cigar for your pops?" And I was like, "Nah, I smoke cigars." He was like, "You smoke cigars?" And he was like, "Which one you get?" Now, they didn't really have a good selection, but they had the Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, there you go.
And he was like, "Let me see what you got there." Oh, Romeo and Juliet. I was like, "Yeah, this is my first cigar I smoked." My pops, you know, he owns a cigar line, so I smoke his a lot, but when I don't have his, or, you know, just want to go back to my roots, facts. When I go back to my roots, you know what I'm saying? I always grab a Romeo and Juliet, so that was the first one. And then, you know, I didn't smoke it that night. I waited till we went out on the pool, on the cruise, to smoke one, because they got a little smoking area. So I sat there, And it was crazy because I guess the guy peeped me with the cigar in my hand or whatnot. It was a older white dude. He was there with his wife and I guess his buddy or whatnot, a black dude, and they smoke cigars. So I peeped him looking at me, but I didn't know he like followed me all the way until me sitting down. So like I'm looking weird now that I done busted out the pack and I'm getting ready to cut it and light it. Like he's still looking at me. So right when I was about to say like, nah, bro, I'm finna say something because there ain't no way it's however many people on this boat you locked in on me right now. I'm feeling kind of weird. Like calm down. He came over. He was like, I didn't think guys. He really thought I was younger than what I was. He was like, I didn't think guys 21 years old smoke cigars. I said, well, I'm 28. I'll be 29 in November, but I've been smoking cigars since I was like 21. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. I mean, I tried it, 18, 19, but it wasn't my thing, or I wasn't around it too much because that's when I started, went off to school. I was like, I ain't around it as much as I used to, but my pop smoked cigars, so I've been around it. He was like, but it done got comfortable, pulled a cigar out of nowhere. Bam! he didn't have no case. He didn't have nothing. He pulled out 2 cigars, and it was like when he pulled them out, he had both of them in his hand. When he split it, his homeboy came out of nowhere. when he pulled them apart from each other, it was like all in one motion. He pulled it apart. His buddy came out of nowhere and he handed it to him. And we sat there. We had a cool little conversation, smoking cigars or whatnot. Had a couple beer. You get free drink passes, so we was just out there. Get another one. Another one. We was sitting there. I still don't know these men's names to this day, but I bet you if I see them in the crowd, I can pick them out. We had a good little 2-hour little smoke session out there, just chilling, man. For real, for real.
And you can have great conversation because it's gonna take you a while to smoke a cigar, unless you got a little small cigar that you won't smoke for like 30, 45 minutes. Cigar gonna last you at least, depending on what kind you got, what size you got, it's gonna last you for a good hour.
At least you'll get an hour out of it.
Yeah, you're gonna get at least an hour. But good cigar, good wrap cigar. You're gonna get about a good 2.5 hour smoke.
And until it really start getting short for real, you don't have to relight them so much. This same cigar, I just did it just now because I mashed it up against the thing and I put it out a little bit. But you'll sit a cigar down. You've been smoking it for a little minute. Sit a cigar down, have a whole 20-minute conversation, and pick that bad boy up and hit it.
It's still lit.
Even if it, like a lot of times, like I said, you'll at least get a good hour, but that 2-hour stretch will come, you sit it down once or twice. I didn't mean to do this, but I just want to check something right quick. Oh, you good? Yeah. But yeah, it'll easily be like that just by putting the cigar down, because sometimes, it's cool to hold it, but after a while, especially lift that up, with ashtrays like this, you got the little leaves on the side. You sit your cigar down just to,
let it relax.
Get a drink real quick and just to sit it down because you don't want to hold it no more. So it get easy. You sit that guy down and you forget about it. It'd be times where you be like, oh, my cigar, I ain't even smoking my cigar.
Especially if you having a great conversation.
Yeah, you pick it up and you start puffing. I'm like, I'm handing them the lighter. I don't need it. Blunt go out, black go out. You might puff it a couple times and come back. But that one right there, you just...
Yeah, it's back.
It's back. You know what I'm saying? Cigars is a real cool way of life, man.
It is, man. I love it. Like I said, I've been smoking for all these years, man. I love it.
You see however long this episode going, and I still got smoking.
Still smoking. That's
it, man.
But it's a life. It's not a cigar. Is not a fad. Smoking cigars is not a fad. It's not a hobby. Smoking cigars is a lifestyle. Now I need to say that again.
Say it one more time for the people.
Smoking cigars is not a hobby. It's not a gimmick. It's nothing like that. It's a lifestyle. And the community is huge. Cigar community is huge.
And our lifestyle is prestige.
And the premier. He has the premier, I have the prestige. Here we go. This is the premier. That's the prestige. My brand.
Black on,
right here.
Mr. Cigar.
There you go.
That's him.
That's me.
Logo baby by me, of course.
And you know what? All my bands for the Premier and the Prestige, This guy right here
Logos
made it
by
for me.
Lucky Fin logos.
Yep.
Shout me out.
There you
know
go,
what I'm
Lucky
saying?
Fin logo. There you go.
If you need a logo, I mean, man, if you
There
want
it
to hop on
is.
the podcast, I mean, man.
There you go.
what
And
I'm
and it's
saying?
crazy because when I started getting into the bands, trying to get it done, I was gonna send it off, try to get, and I was like, you know what? Why do that when I got somebody that can do it? It's all in the family.
I was really already on the cusp of making one until you told me what you wanted on it, like with the family.
Because see, what's on it is our family crest. It's actually a whole different part of this right here, but this is the elk that's on there, and that's part of the family crest, and the crown, which is on the premiere, and that's our family crest. And so I just put it on the band. So if anybody ever asks a question about how'd you come up with the band, I always let everybody know that's the green family crest. And I just put it on our cigar bands.
And there you have it.
And there you have it. You have the Premier and the Prestige. Now with my cigar line, I had the Prestige first. I started out with a full body cigar because I started out smoking full body cigars when I started smoking. I never smoked anything milder when I first started. I started out. I tell everybody, not to start out harsh, not to start out with a full body. But when I got introduced to it, I got introduced to a harsh cigar, even though it made me feel bad and everything. But afterwards, I went back to smoking it. And from that point on, I've been smoking all full body cigars, because that's just me. That's what I like,
So, well, we don't recap.
And let me let them know the blend.
Oh, yeah.
So,
do your thing. Let them know.
For the Prestige is Dominican and Nicaraguan blend. It's Nicaraguan. Huh?
I said we should talk about that first.
Oh, I know, right? It's Nicaraguan and Dominican blend, a Dominican binder, and a Nicaraguan wrap. That's
What that mean? How does it come together? How do they do it? How they put it
So what I
together?
did, how I came up with my blend, I got with my guy. Him and his wife, from the islands. They from Dominican and Nicaragua. Shouts out to my guy Scott.
For
Los
sure.
Lamos Cigar in Charleston, South Carolina. So I should always be smoking cigars, going and getting all different types of cigars. So somebody told me about them. So I go down to their factory and stuff like that. And so I asked them, I said, I smoke cigars and I want to come up with my own blend. So him and his wife, they sat me down. They was like, okay, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to get you different types of leaves of tobaccos, and we're going to put blends together and till you see what the blend that you like. Mm-hmm. So we kept doing it. I think I went through like maybe 20 different blends until I came down to this blend right here. And there's a lot of other cigars that will have this blend, but the way I did it, I mixed it up so it can have both blends, both tobaccos in it, both leaves in it, the Dominican and the Nicaraguan. Mm-hmm. But then I did the wrap with the Dominican, okay. And then I did the binder with Dominican, then I did the wrap with Nicaraguan. So okay. my wrap is Nicaraguan. The binder is the Dominican, and then it has both Dominican and Nicaraguan packed in it. So I have that, and that's the Prestige. The Premier is straight Dominican. Everything about it is Dominican. The pack and the filler, the binder, and the wrap, everything Dominican. So that's how. And it's a light. It's a Connecticut. This is a Maduro. The Prestige is a Maduro, and the Premier is a Connecticut. So that's the blend and the makeup of my cigars, the Prestige and the Premier. So there you have it.
There you have it, good folks.
There you go.
The breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
What makes the Premier? What makes the Prestige?
It ain't something I just jumped in and now I had to go and taste all these different leaves, all these different blends, all these different tobaccos. I had to do all that.
It was a good day for you, huh?
What? Man, I came out that mug so high. But when I got to the Premier, I was like, you know what? This is I want something that's just straight Dominican. Mm-hmm. So they put a blend together today. It's like when you go through and you pick out, your different leaves and stuff like that, and we'll put it in this and let's see how you like it. They did it. Boom. That was my doggone Premier right there. I think I did maybe I tasted like 5 different types. Mm-hmm. And that was the one that I liked right there.
That was it.
That was it.
That's all she wrote.
And there you have it. Light It Up Cigar Lounge.
Well, like I said, you know, we done
Been on it for a
recap
while.
the first episode, part 1. Talked about the upcoming, the blends, how to pair it, the drip, of course. You know what I'm saying? Brims, fedoras, top hats, whatever you want to call them, whatever it is. So again, just reintroduce yourself. Tell them who you is, where they can find you at,
Mr.
and
Cigar.
what's coming up.
Mr. Cigar, that guy. You know, you can call me either one of them, you know. You can find me at just about any cigar lounge anywhere. But if you're here in the Macon area, you'll find me at Churchill's on Cherry. Shouts out to my guy Bruce and Sid again. Telling you, if you want to come to a nice upscale cigar lounge, come out to Churchill's on Cherry. Don't forget about next weekend, Friday and Saturday. Friday at Serenity's. Shouts out to my guy Anthony Howard again. And then Saturday, it's going to be at Churchill's on Cherry. That's going to be the big inception of your guy, Mr. Cigar, Deputy Mayor of the chapter coming to Macon, Georgia.
GTG.
GTG. Holla at your boy. You know. Watch out.
Yeah, man. My drinks at the end. My cigars at the end. Y'all know me. It's your boy Nemo. Shouts out to that boy KB, Mr. Cozy, in his absence. And
give him a clap up. Give him a clap up. Give him a clap up. Say his name again.
Up. Mr. Cozy, KB.
Yes, sir. My guy.
My right hand man in his absence. You know we always gonna hold down the fort. But as always, stay dangerous, stay safe. We love you.
Keep it smoky.
We out.